Previously on Town Hall 10 Free to Play, we changed the upgrade order due to update information release. Today, let's talk about XP. Does it mean anything? Hey, what's going on, guys? My name is Joe, and welcome back for episode 10 of the Town Hall 10 Free to Play series. Alright, that was a mouthful. This is that series where we took a max Town Hall 6 and we've upgraded through Town Hall 7, Town Hall 8, Town Hall 9, and now Town Hall 10. We've maxed out each Town Hall level up until this point, and we are exactly 2 weeks, almost 3 weeks, into Town Hall 10. Now, in the last episode, we did talk about the upcoming information for the next 2020 update for Clash of Clans, talking about a lot of massive cost reductions on walls and heroes and troops within the laboratory. So that basically changed my entire upgrade order because I was really focused on the heroes, which I still am very much focused on those heroes, and upgrading those walls. But instead, we said we're going to hold off on that a little bit, wait for the update to drop, and then we're going to start using the reduced prices to upgrade our walls at $1 million apiece instead of $2 million apiece. Makes sense, right? So we do have our first Inferno Tower down, and I do intend on putting the second Inferno Tower down in this episode. Now, quickly, we are going to discuss the XP portion of this game, and this is a comment that has been dropped multiple times on multiple videos back in the Town Hall 9 Let's Play series, discussing that level 92, that's really not that high for a Town Hall 10. Alright, so experience level. It's not necessarily one of those topics that gets talked about a lot here on YouTube. Normally we're chasing what's the best strategy and what's the fastest way to do things. I mean, that's relatable, right? So we're looking at this account as a Town Hall 10, a new Town Hall 10, and it is now currently a level 92 experience level. So I had to go out and reference some of my other accounts just to kind of get a better idea on what it is that you guys are expecting to see. And then I stop and think about it, and I look at my main account, which is an experience level of 215. I pulled up one of my max Town Hall 9s, which was an experience level of 120. So that's kind of relatable and makes sense for players that play on one single account over and over and over again. And you have to really understand where experience comes from in this game, but is it really relatable, and does it really mean anything in this game in comparison to other games? So I went out and did a little bit of homework first before I started recording this video, and I always turn to Clash of Clans fandom before I put out any information just to kind of clarify what I think I already know. And so based on the information here on the website, it says that Clash of Clans, you earn experience from the following methods: donating troops and spells, building and upgrading structures, completing achievements, also destroying an opponent's town hall, a goblin town hall, or a builder's hall in versus battles, and clearing obstacles. So one of the major things that we have not done on this account very much is donating. I know that most of the experience comes from donating troops, and a lot of players that are higher level, they gain a lot of experience really fast by donating troops. So you get like one housing space, you get 1 XP. So if you're donating a P.E.K.K.A, you're going to get 25 XP per donation. So that's actually kind of important. But is the XP worth anything when it comes to this game? And the only thing that you really gain from experience level in this game is unlocking obstacles. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, we'll go over here to the builder portion or to the shop, and let's look at this section right here, decorations. So you unlock decorations by gaining XP. I don't know if that's still a thing or not, but that's the way it used to be. But when you put it in relation to other games, like let's say Minecraft, for example. So Minecraft, you have to have a high XP level or an experience level in order to do enchanting. If you go to Call of Duty, in order to unlock specific skins or weapons, you have to be prestiged X amount of times, or you have to have an experience level of X amount. So in this game, is it really worth basing anything off of experience level? I don't necessarily think so. And when I look at players across the game, I never look at that number right there as a number that matters for anything, because I don't know if that's necessarily their main account that they play on all the time, or is it just a secondary account like I have 9 or 8 other secondary accounts, and I really can't base that experience level off of judging the player. I normally look at their base and say, okay, how far along are they? I go over here and I take a look at their profile, and I'll look at their level of troops, and that's exactly what I base the skill level of the troop or the player on, is their troops and their base progression. But I hardly ever look at the experience level, because in this game, it doesn't necessarily count for much of anything. All right, so hopefully that cleared up a little bit of information about the experience level. Now, let's say that I wanted to increase my level faster than what I currently am. I would definitely need to start upgrading, or I would definitely need to start donating a little bit more often. I need to donate troops in order to gain XP faster. I also need to be doing a lot more clan war. I need to do a lot more raiding, and I also need to make sure that I am participating in those events that are posted at random. You know that they have, I think there's a Valkyrie event going on right this second, so I should be using Valkyries in order to claim the experience from that as well. So there's just different methods on how to gain XP, but I don't necessarily personally value it that much because it doesn't necessarily unlock anything special, and I think that might be a system that they might need to look at in the future. I mean, it's been like that for years, so I highly doubt that this is on the top of their radar for improvement, but it's just one of those systems in the game that I don't necessarily find very valuable, and I find it quite interesting, and I understand for it to be very confusing for a lot of players to see such a low experience level, and they're kind of questioning the credibility of the account, or questioning the credibility of the creator, saying, okay, wait a minute, that's just not right. But in reality, I think it's just because we are doing things so fast on this account and working so hard to do the base development and progression in this game that we are kind of skipping out on some of the things that do gain XP that you would be doing if you were a player in a serious clan, where they do require your clan war stars to help them win wars, or they do require you to donate troops, and that's just kind of where a lot of your experience comes from. And we haven't really been doing a lot of that on this account because realistically, the series is, I developed it in the mindset to show you that things can be done quickly, free to play if you play enough, and to also kind of give you different options by trying out different strategies and methods on how to gain loot, how to gain stars in clan war, and how to trophy push. That's just kind of been our theme throughout this entire free-to-play series. All right, so that was a nice little pull. Not as much as I'd like, but we are just short. We're about 1 million away from having enough. Actually, no, we're not. We're about 500,000 gold away from having enough to put our Inferno Tower down. I'm going to cook up another army and see if we can find ourselves another raid. Oh my goodness. All right, here we go. 700,000 gold. That's going to make up what we need in order to put our Inferno Tower down. Let's see, where is it all at? Looks like we got all the gold down here in the bottom side of the base, and we do not have our Archer Queen back yet. She is still sleeping. She had to go night-night because she got beat down in the last raid. It's fine, though. Not that big of a deal. We're going to do a little bit of funneling with some of our miners on this side and try to get them to clear out some of these buildings. That way we don't have miners spreading out all over the place. We definitely want to try to keep them together. So let's drop a heal spell on this side. We got 5 heal spells to use. I am switching up my army for the next raid. We're going to go ahead and knock out that Valkyrie event. I'm sitting here preaching about XP and better ways to gain XP, and I completely forgot about that event that's going on right now. So I did train up, or I currently have a Valkyrie army training right this second. Let's go ahead and drop a miner right there. Our miners are clearing through and grabbing all of this elixir just like we want it to. And let's go ahead and tie in these miners right here to help out with this group. And they're going to come up through the section where there is a lot of gold and try to grab hopefully all 700,000 gold. That would be phenomenal. Outstanding. All right, let's drop a heal spell in this location. We got miners moving in on the dark elixir storage. Let's go ahead and drop a heal spell there. And they're going to be getting ready to move up through the top side of the base where all the defenses are located. Now, remember, we're down in Gold League right now where a lot of the great dead loot is located. At least for me, that is my experience so far. We find so much dead, easy loot down here in Gold League. And what I mean by dead is that this abandoned base. This base has got no armed expos. The Inferno Towers are gray. There's no lava inside anymore. And this player has not logged in on this account in a very, very long time. So that's what I mean by dead bases. I did see that comment in the last video. All right, so let's go ahead and drop a heal spell on this group right here. And also, did you notice that you can change from your spell back to the empty troop slot? That way you don't mistakenly drop a heal spell. I just wanted to put that out there. I knew that for the longest time, but I don't think I've ever mentioned that in a video, and that could help somebody out there, because I know that sometimes you'll drop a spell by mistake and then you're like, oh man, I did not even know I had that selected. So just know that if you have a spell selected and you don't want to drop that spell just yet, and you don't trust yourself when moving the screen around like this, you can switch back to that empty slot where the miner was, or whatever troop was, and you can save that heal spell and make sure, or that spell slot, and make sure that you don't drop it by mistake. So we are able to 3-star this base. Very nice little sweep of the base, and we're going to go ahead and do one more raid with our Valkyries. I think I got to use like 8 Valkyries on like 6 or 7. I don't remember. Let's go check that out real quick. Matter of fact, don't worry about the 3-star. I don't care about the 3-star because we're farming and we're not pushing. We're not pushing. Don't worry about 3-star. Let's see here. We got to do, looks like 12. I take that back. 12 attacks, winning attacks with 8 Valkyries. Wow. Rip that moment when you realize you have a dark barracks down for upgrade and you need Valkyries. I'm gonna have to rethink this army. So I'm going to go ahead and do something for the sake of this video, just because I want to get this video over with, and I'm going to have to train up a different army and possibly request some Clan Castle Valkyries, because it's going to take way too long. We're talking like 30-minute training time with only one dark barracks. Way to go, buddy. And I have this event that has 2 days and 13 hours to go for 400 XP. We were talking about XP. That's some free XP right there. Why not go out there and try to claim it at least. So let me see if I can try to find a base real quick. Hopefully an easy one with lots of loot. Let's see what we can find though. Not that big. No, that one's still very much alive. Let's see if we can find ourselves a very... Oh, I like that. Oh my goodness. There you go. Now we're talking. Let's see. We're going to go ahead and do a little bit of queen walking, and then we're going to drop our Valkyries on the outside. I need to think about this army a little bit. 22 Valkyries. That's a heavy set army right there. That's a lot of dark elixir, man. For some of you out there, you'll be like, I am not going to use anything like that, because there goes all my dark elixir for hero upgrades, even though you should kind of hold off on those until the update drops, because those price reductions are phenomenal. I'm very excited about the price reductions and this series, because it really just changes everything. When you talk about like a Let's Play series, and then you go out and you start doing it, and then you realize like, wow, man, everything's so expensive. And then all of a sudden an update comes out and they reduce all the prices. And it's just like, well, all right, there's that. That's fortunate. Okay, so let's go ahead and grab the loot from up here. I should have probably held on to some of those Valkyries, but I did not. That was not necessarily the smartest move on my part. They're going to get distracted. So we got Valkyries on the wall here. They're going to target this internal compartment. Thankfully, this group is level 4. So they are the maxed out level for Town Hall 9. We have not upgraded them yet. So we're going to have to definitely do that in the future. Let's see here. So we dropped some archers up there. Where did our queen go? Queen also cut inside the base. We got Valkyries in the core. Are they strong enough to clear this base? That is really the question. So let's go ahead and drop a heal spell in this location. We have to wait, I think, like one more day on our miners to finish, and then we're going to be upgrading our heal spell again to level 7. So that is incredibly important, especially, considering it helps out quite a bit. Oh, hold on. Hold that thought. Valkyries on this side. Let's try to save this group. We got to save them. Oh my gosh, we got an archer queen that just jumped inside the wall. Oh no, that's not good. Goodbye, Valkyries. Waste of heal spell there. Let's see here. Queen is cutting through the wall, and she's kind of stuck back here. She's just kind of hanging out. Queen walks. They take a little while. If we don't get all the gold, it is what it is. We have enough to put our Inferno Tower down, and I think we don't have a builder for another day, but I'm not really sure. So it gives me a little bit of time to work on regaining the gold that we're going to spend. And then also that elixir. We got to save that elixir for our heal spell upgrade. So that actually works out really, really well. All right, so let's use this queen's ability and bail on the raid. Our Valkyries were unable to be successful versus that queen that was caught inside a wall. She just so happened to be inside the wall when the Valkyries got there. So let's use this queen's ability, and then we're going to bail on this raid, grab a little bit more gold that was in the storage. Not that much. The rest of it is over here in this mine instead. So that's going to be it for this video right here. All right, so 588,000 gold and 596,000 elixir. So again, elixir is going to be reserved for this laboratory item. We need to upgrade our heal spell at 6 million elixir, and so we only got 17 hours to go left there. And on that note, let's go ahead and finish out the video by doing this. Defenses, one more Inferno Tower. So both of our Inferno Towers are down, offset by a day. So we got 3 days and 13 hours and 4 days and 11 hours. And that's going to wrap us up for today, guys. So hopefully the information in this video was understandable and relatable to you if you do care about that experience level. But for most of us that have been playing for a couple of years, we already know that it's not worth much of anything. But again, I do relate and I do understand why it is a concern for some players, because you're comparing it to other games that you play. If you enjoyed the content today, smash that like button, subscribe if you haven't done so already. And if you need any additional video support, click one of those links over there, and we will see you in the next one, guys. Take care.